Wow, wow, wow. YouTube has been so fun. This is officially like month two of doing regular YouTube videos. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update for anyone that's following along to see what I am finding in my month of content creation. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a few things I learned about the month of February and how I went all in on my content. And one thing that I think is a lesson for everyone. So stay tuned. I'm Donna Bowling. I'm a personal branding coach, a former award winning casting director. I live here in Los Angeles. I've got two boys, Dylan and Oliver. I've got a husband. I've got two dogs, a cat, and a partridge in a pear tree. Not really. But what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is my decision to go all in on content recording in 2022, February of 2022, right? So 222 222 22022. Okay, so what I decided to do was start to incorporate different forms of content. For many years, since April of 2018, with my business account on Instagram, I've been showing up daily on Instagram stories, then static posts, then carousels, and then, of course, reels, lives, everything. So Instagram became kind of my home base when it comes to content. But then what I started to realize was there's a lot of people out there that aren't on Instagram, or potentially my ideal clients aren't on Instagram because I help them grow their online presence, including on Instagram. So think about it. If you're not on Instagram and you want to learn about Instagram, you're probably not on Instagram searching for that. You're somewhere else. And then you realize, hey, maybe I need that. So just keep that in mind as you guys are creating content. That's a little side note. At that point, I was only on Instagram and then social audio. When Clubhouse started last year, I went really hardcore onto Clubhouse, which grew my business tremendously. And this year, I decided to start incorporating YouTube. So now I'm doing my once a week YouTube video. Hi, new friends. I have my podcast, which I've been having actually. I've been doing my podcast for over a year now. So I have Amp It Up, which is my podcast. All links are going to be below. And then, of course, Twitter. Twitter has become a huge content platform for me. I love Twitter now, and I'm tweeting daily, and I'm showing up in Twitter Spaces. And then also, I've started to incorporate LinkedIn and TikTok. These are two other platforms that I've started to incorporate, and I've gotten benefits on every single one of those platforms, and I'm happy to share those with you. But today is basically going to be a lesson in what I learned about all of it, about showing up on all of those platforms and how to create content in a way that's authentically you. Okay. Essentially, in life, we tend to follow the leader. That's just who we are. Even if we consider ourselves independent people, which I would consider myself a super independent person, but I follow the leader all the time. When it comes to social media, I see someone doing something very successfully, and I'm like, I can do that. I'm going to do that. And while that works for a period of time, at a certain point, it starts to become like everyone else, right? We've all gone through the position where we see every single person showing up in the exact same way, whether it's with their captions, with their pictures, with their carousels, and now with their short form video, with their reels. Everyone does the exact same dance. They use the exact same song. They have the exact same words, the exact same methods. And you know what? The truth is, if everyone's doing it, all of a sudden you are no longer in anyone's leader. You're just one of the followers. And so for me, I started to realize, how can I show up authentically as Donna Bowling on all of these platforms, but do it my way? Now, I will say there are certain things that I do that don't look like that, right? So there's certain reels or TikToks that I'll do that are trending audio. There are certain YouTube content pieces that is like other people or my podcast, etc. But I would say that is a piece of it. And then the majority of the stuff that I do it my way because I truly believe that you guys need to, and we need to, as entrepreneurs, as creators, as anyone that kind of is running our own shtick here, we need to zig when everyone else is zagging, or we need to zag when everyone else is zigging. Meaning, if everyone's going on one of these lines, let's go the other way and see how it goes. And we can meet them at some points, but let's kind of try to do our own thing. And so I got really excited over this idea, and I came up with a few different benefits, I should say, of why you or why we need to zig when everyone else is zagging. Because let's start with trending. What happens when you follow trends? If you follow trending audio or trending, content pieces, there's a potential that you will get what your goal is, right? Which is lots of views, like going viral, right? This idea of going viral. But here's what happens when you follow trends. Most times that your account does something that's trendy and gets a lot of attention, most times, A, it doesn't convert to actual business because most of the people that come over there aren't necessarily the people that I like heard something on the side. Most of the people that are there aren't necessarily your ideal clients, right? They're not. They're just people that like that reel, thought it was funny or thought it was entertaining, and they follow you. And then they end up not being the most engaged audience because they are not your ideal clients. So you get all the views, you get everything you wanted, but you end up getting like very, very little, um, what should I say, engagement or follow through. And so anytime you go viral, like I went viral on TikTok very, very early with a video, I hit almost 1 million views. It is not my content in any way. It's not even me. I'm filming it, but it's not even of me. And so what happened with it is I found that I got 1,000 new followers within like a week. It was crazy, or less than a week, but they weren't my followers. They weren't my people. And so the engagement just died. Like I got them there, they engaged like crazy on that video, and then they never engaged again. And so my content was just really failing. And in the last week on TikTok, I've been showing up every single day, multiple times a day as myself, and I'm growing like crazy. But these are people that are seeing me talk and they're hearing me talk about things I want to talk about and they're following along. So I know that there's method to this, but instead of just doing what other people are doing because you're getting the views, you have to think about what the point is of those views. The point of those views is that you get the right people over. But if you get a lot of people over that aren't the right people, you're actually doing a disservice. So stop following the trends. Stop following the trending songs only. I like to use songs that aren't trending because they fit the video more. So if I'm doing a collage of me working out, for example, I'll use a song from 1997 if I like it, because I find that if that is the song that kind of like speaks the story, it's going to make more sense to me. I look at my content as storytelling. I don't look at it as one hit wonders. Okay. I do not want to go viral and then fall apart and fall away. I want every video to tell a story. So stop following trends. And I know that that's tricky because then what? What do? Well, you go within yourself and you start to figure out, what does my intuition tell me? So this is a second benefit, is you have to really start to figure out how to follow your own gut intuition, your own heart when it comes to how you want to show up online. Not everyone is going to enjoy the same things. Some people love to dance on camera and some people hate it. Some people love to talk on camera and some people don't. Some people like to watch time lapses of their creativity and some people don't want to show their house. It's very, very specific to you. And I don't believe there are rules. I believe that the only rules of social media is do whatever feels good for you. And so if you stop following the trends and you start following what's in your heart and your gut, meaning today I feel like getting vulnerable and sharing online. Tomorrow I don't. Today I feel like doing something wild and crazy. Tomorrow I don't. It's okay because it's you. And I think that after a while, people will start to see, oh my gosh, this is real authentic content. This is not following any sort of trends. I don't give a shit that someone says that, a carousel out there is going to get me more views. I'm not going to create a carousel if it doesn't fit my content right now. If I don't feel like it, I don't care if the quote gets less views, right? So you got to do what feels good for you. And because if you continue to do what feels good for you, what's going to happen is you're going to continue to enjoy the process even more. And so that's another piece here, is enjoying your process of content creating. How the hell can you enjoy something when you are not doing what you want to do? Can't. That's why they always say, if you don't find a workout that you really love, you'll never continue to do. Right? So find the workout that you love and do it. And maybe that's walking, maybe that's yoga, maybe that's ultra marathons. It doesn't matter. It's just something that you really enjoy. So find something that you enjoy and you will continue to do it more and more and more. The more you enjoy it, the more you'll do it. But you won't enjoy it unless you're doing something that you actually want to do. So it's like, stop following the trends, start listening to your own gut, and start to enjoy the process through it. And then what's going to happen, you guys, the next thing from that is you're going to start to stand out. You're going to start to stand out and you're going to start to become an incredible, incredible content creator. You're going to become an entrepreneur that is authentically you. Where if someone is scrolling and they see you or they see something of your content, they're going to know immediately it's you. They're going to question where you are when you don't show up for a day. They're going to check in on you. They're going to make sure to watch your content before they go to bed that night. I do that every day with certain creators because I've become a fan of their work. And it's not about what they're teaching me. Most of them, it's not about teaching at all. It's more about who they are. It's more about their story, how they show up. And so I want this for you all. So, first, you start to kind of cut off those trends. Then you start to create content according to what you want to do. Then you start to enjoy the process and then you start to stand out, right? Because there's only one you. You start to make those fans. They're not followers anymore, they'll become fans. And of course, that means that they'll be the first to purchase from you because the fans always buy the concert tickets, right? The followers don't buy the concert tickets, but the true fans do. You don't have to be a concert artist here. And so finally, at the end of the day, it's about making the content creation journey yours. How to authentically show up and make this content creation journey your own without following any sort of prompts, without doing it like everyone else. In fact, I would rather you mute your Instagram so that you're not watching everyone else do before you create your own. My best content is the stuff that comes out of my own brain. My worst content is the stuff that looks like trying to be someone else's. I'm serious. I don't care if it has more views. That does not mean it's better. It just is not me. It's not me, and it won't get you noticed. So I hope this video helped you guys. All the notes and all the links of everything that I talked about, my TikTok, my LinkedIn, my Instagram, my podcast, it's all going to be below you here. Make sure to comment and subscribe, you guys. I come here every single Wednesday, if not once, twice a week with a podcast episode and some Dish with Donna content. I help you really create more content and grow your personal brand. I love YouTube. I love consuming YouTube. And now I'm so excited that I finally get to create on YouTube, but you can too. So if you have any more questions, just DM me over on Instagram. You guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Until next time.